My name's Calvin Waite, and I trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a living.
Wow, wow, wow. What a day Bitcoin is having. This is an explosive breakout. What makes this breakout so impressive is that this is our high. This is our most recent high, and we exploded through it. I'm going to do something that I have never done on my channel before, and that is go down to the 1 hour chart so you can see kind of how this played out. So we have this. This was our daily close right here. And because this line up here at our daily close was so significant, look what we did when we interacted with it. Last night I actually watched it hit the line and then retreat, and I was kind of curious to see if this was all it was, and that maybe it would take us another day to get over this line, but not the case. So if I go back to the daily, we have broken all the way through, and there is a lot of energy in this chart right now. If we can close above 12,300, which is our most recent high, then we are set up for a really nice situation, because we had this consolidation, we had a rise which created a new higher high, and then as we retraced and retouched these points down here to gain more momentum, we have launched. This is awesome. If we can establish a higher high, this is what the future holds. We will most likely get rejected at 14,000, and we will most likely come right back down to this line. So if you're panicking, thinking, oh, I should have bought in, I had some money I was just not ready to put in yet, and I wanted to buy, I think that there will be a little bit of FOMO and a little bit of excitement, but these levels, they like support. If we don't come back and touch this, it's going to set us up for a bit of a rocky. If we don't touch this, if we ever went up and hit 20,000, we'd come down pretty hard, because we need this structure to be solid in order to maintain a consistent rise. In honor of Bitcoin's price action today, this is us hopping across 12,000. One other thing I wanted to show you guys, this is on the monthly chart. So I'm going to zoom in and show you something very interesting. So a while ago I had, let me move my lines. I had shown you that this sort of looked like an inverse head and shoulders to me. And it wasn't on the monthly, it was on the weekly, but you can kind of get the idea. You can see how powerful this level is on the monthly chart. And this was 9,200 to 9,400, somewhere in here. This level was so strong, and we kind of battled it, rejected off of it, battled it, got really rejected off of it, battled it, got rejected for an entire month, and then finally we broke through it. And what I was really excited about was that when we create this long and dramatic of a resistance point, the best thing we can possibly do is retest it and nail it into the coffin as a support line. And that is exactly what we've done here. So you can see right here, this tail confirmed all of this resistance as support. Now we're ready to fly. One other thing to look at is that what is the, um, let's say, okay, so the closing price of this candle right here, 10,760. What was the closing price of this? 10,778. Do you see that? This resistance right here was the resistance that we haven't touched for over a year. And when we finally broke through it in July, we needed to establish it as support. I can't tell you how amazing this is. Right here, by closing out September, we not only broke the resistance that we had experienced right here, but we confirmed it as support. These 3 months are going to pay huge dividends because this is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. The next thing we're looking for in the Bitcoin chart is the close of our highest candle. The close of this candle is 13,880. What's the high of this candle? 13,880. Do you guys see like how incredible these numbers are? 13,880 and the high is 13,880. You better believe there is one heck of a line of resistance right here. We have touched it 3.5 years ago. We touched it a year and a half ago, and we are absolutely touching it. We are going to touch it. But I am betting that just like that hourly chart where it took us 5-6 bars to get across that, I just wouldn't be surprised if it took us 5 or 6 weeks to really cross 14,000. I mean, there's just a lot of excitement and a lot of energy in this in the chart. So it's just hard to say, but these are so huge. Like anything that has been established for this much time is nothing to take lightly. So we will likely touch near 14,000, but it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. We've had an amazing run, so just be careful. You know, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of hype, a lot of FOMO, but the best thing we could possibly do is touch around 14,000 and then come back and establish like a 12,003 as a support level, and then we'll be ready to break this big. And as I said before, the distance between the 14,000 and the 20,000 is there's just nothing here. This is blue sky. There's no slowing us down. And I think this might surprise some people. When we do finally break 14,000, we're going to go up so fast that people are going to be losing their minds. And these points don't break easy. So don't get too excited about hitting 20,000, thinking we're just going to bust through it and history is going to be in the making. It'll probably take us months after we touch it and retest to finally get through it. It's just how markets work. But anyway, just a heads up. I mean, this is exciting news. The structure looks amazing, and we are definitely heading to 14,000 probably within the next few days. The question is where will we land after it's all said and done? We need a good solid run up above. We need a good solid couple of weeks at 14,000, and if we could just touch back and hit 12.3 again, man, we'll be ready to launch. But you know, markets have their own minds, and there's a lot of corporate buying and there's a lot of FOMO out there. When we get into these big numbers, Emotions can take over, so some of these rules get left behind. But those are some of my thoughts on where we're headed here.
Hey, thanks for hanging on till the end of the video. If you liked anything I said, please support the channel by subscribing. If not, feel free to leave a comment and I'd be happy to take a look and make improvements to the channel so it'll be better next time.